What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are doing well. So tonight I'm actually a little bit excited to get into this because this phone number has a lot of really strange and interesting stories that goes along with it that I'm going to be sharing. Plus it has a little bit of proof that it actually exists. I'm going to be playing a couple recordings of what people actually recorded when they called this number. It's different for everyone, but before we get into it, I'm going to give a little bit of a background, but hopefully you all are doing well. So today we are going to be contacting a phone number that many believe are linked to an evil spirit known as God. Now, despite what you all may think or consider whatever your beliefs may be, this phone number has some sort of paranormal entity behind it or associated with it. And there is proof that actually backs this up. So supposedly when you call the phone number 678-999-8212, that a male voice will pick up and state the number that you're calling from, saying that you are calling from blank, whatever number you're calling, and then it will say your name that's on the phone. Even if the person that's name isn't on the phone or the phone record, this individual will know the name that is calling. And basically it will state the way and the date that you are going to die. Many people refer to this person, as I said, as God because it decides and it tells your fate. Hence, people believe that this is a direct connection to the spirit of God. Whether that be true or fake, it is up for you to decide. Personally, I believe that that's a little bit far-fetched, even for my standards. However, I am not one to question urban legends or creepypastas. I am just here to test them out to see if they're legit or not. Basically, there's been many stories and reports of people actually calling this number and getting a genuine response. As I had mentioned earlier, is that most of the time, it is different for everyone. There's been many occurrences of people calling this number and having it immediately hang up. There's been other people that have gotten a really mysterious drone sound. There's been another one that had a bunch of other, of children's screams. There was even another person that reported that when they picked up the phone after about 6 rings, that they heard nothing but absolute screaming, and it sounded, and they described it as something that would come out of hell, which is a little bit disturbing if you ask me. But many believe that this is a phone number, as I had mentioned, that is linked to God. You can believe it, you can disbelieve it, what have you, but basically we are going to see that if we FaceTime and if we call this number, that if we get a response. I am very interested to see that if I call, that if they recite my name, if they tell me I'm gonna die, what date, when, how. I don't really know what to say about any of this, but nonetheless I'm interested to see whether this number is authentic. So if you do go about to enjoy the video, then drop a like and also subscribe if you're new for more creepy and scary videos uploaded here to my channel every single day. I've been really enjoying these videos lately, and I think you all have been enjoying them as well. So let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or other phone numbers, creepypastas, urban legends that you'd like for me to try out. And without further ado, let's take a look and see what happens when we call God. There are so many stories associated with this that it's not even really funny, and a lot of them have been extremely negative. A couple people, even after calling, said that they passed out, or they were having very vivid visions, they were having nightmares, and they were just having a lot of really mysterious stuff, all because they called this phone number. I don't know if I have any weird nightmares or night terrors tonight. I will let you all know that it was after calling this particular number. Alright. Here is the phone number. As I mentioned, it could vary for what happens. I'm a little bit nervous that if it does, there's a website that if you were to put in all of your birth information, all your correct personal information that you have, it will predict the day that you die. And for some apparent reason, that really freaks me out. And I'm sure it freaks a lot of people out, but even though that this number may not be real, still the fact of the matter that it is associated with predicting death, the thought of it just kind of freaks me out. Let's see what happens. Hung right up. That's strange. Let's call that again. Why does this number... Okay, alright, well, I had read on the page that this was posted on that many people were calling and it hung up immediately after they called. It looks like that I'm getting that same response, so we're just going to call a couple more times to see if it's legit. Okay, a couple people had mentioned that they had to call a couple times in order for it to go through. It keeps ending itself. I've called this number. That is so strange. I've never come across a number that just straight up hangs up after one ring. I have had it when I call certain numbers that it hangs up after a couple rings, but not immediately, so that's a little bit strange. So before we get into the FaceTime, just to kind of prove that this is a genuine number, I'm going to play a couple clips here from people that actually recorded these sounds after calling this number. So when they called this number, it rang a couple times and then these sounds actually came up. Now they sound very creepy, but this is supposedly what's supposed to happen if the number actually goes through. So it really depends on the type of day or night that you call the number. It's just a gamble at this point. So check out these clips. So those are pretty disturbing and creepy, and it would definitely stop my heart if I called and that picked up. Nonetheless, we're going to see what happens when we FaceTime this number. I am interested to see what happens, so let's get right into it. It's actually going through. Huh, so the number says it's unavailable, so it rang twice and it just straight up hung up. Flip that camera around. So this number keeps on hanging up for no apparent reason. It seems to be kind of the same results of when calling. So whoever or whatever is on the other end of this number isn't wanting to pick up. I checked previously because I was looking. What I started to do with these numbers is I started to run a background check on. There's various websites that you can put phone numbers in and see if they're actually connected. This phone number is not, so it's not some random person that's just hanging up. This number is disconnected and it's not hooked up to any sort of cellular device. And what's even more mysterious about it is that if that is in fact true, then it wouldn't be ringing. It would say that this number's been disconnected or is no longer in service. Call it again. The number keeps saying that it's unavailable. So I'm not entirely sure what to think about this number. I have gotten no definitive proof that it is a cursed or phone number. We're just kind of testing it out right now, but it is still mysterious nonetheless, and the background of it is truly frightening. Welcome to give this number a call for yourself and see what really happens. Just know of the consequences that if it does go through and you are met with an individual that asks who you are and what your name is, and it gives you a date of your death, then you have been warned. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like and also subscribe for more. I hope you learned something on here. I hope to upload another video later on today. I know I kind of say that from time to time, but I kind of underestimate my render time. Sometimes it's a little bit slow, but hopefully I'll have a deep web video out later on tonight. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you all in the next video.